What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We're doing a prediction video today for Kangaskhan. I know this isn't the next Pokemon in the order in which I do things. I usually go in order of the Pokédex. However, Kangaskhan is known as the parent Pokemon, and this weekend is Mother's Day. So I'm going to play through Pokemon Crystal with Kangaskhan. And all Kangaskhans are moms. They have a little baby in the front pouch, so all good to go. It's a Mother's Day theme. So let's start off with this Pokemon is all normal type. Okay, there's no extra typing, just all normal. Has a medium fast growth rate. Okay, and like I said, it is known as the parent Pokemon. So let's dive into the stats of this parent Pokemon. 105 HP, 95 attack, 80 defense, special attack is 40, special defense is 80, and speed is 90. So across the board, stats are great except for the special attack. However, HP being 105, we can take a lot of hits early. Attack 95, a lot of our moves are physical based moves. All normal types are physical in Generation 2, and a lot of other moves we're going to learn are also physical. So that's great. And then 80 defense, solid, not the greatest but solid. So our defense, special and normal, is pretty solid. Not like I said, not out of this world, but very close. We'll probably be at 100 before we get to the Elite Four. Speed is 90, so that's very good as well. A lot of things will outspeed, very few things will outspeed us. So all the stats lead up to being pretty good except for special attack, which this Pokemon X has a broad move pool, so that actually counters it a little bit, but we're going to try to find a way to mitigate that and still be using the move pool to our advantage. Let's go and go over our level up moveset. Level up moveset is, we start off with Comet Punch. Comet Punch is an 18 base power normal move. With Stab, it's 27 base power, 85% accurate. So this can hit up to 5 times, but it's between 2 and 5 times it hits. So it can be a good move. It also can be a bad move. It just kind of depends on the accuracy, luck, and how many times it hits. 15 base power, so it's not going to last very long. We have to heal very often early in the game. But it is still very powerful. We can get through. It's not like we're stuck with something very bad, like a tackle or something. Leer will load the opposite's defense. That'll help us make it so we don't have to use as many combat punches. And at level 13, we're going to need this skip by Faulkner. We get access to Bite. It is a dark move, 60 base power, 100% accurate. It's actually very useful when it comes to beating our rival. We're a normal type, so rival having a ghost makes it problematic. However, having Bite negates that weakness altogether. Tail Whip, not going to use. Might as well just keep Leer. There's no point in having both of these on the same time. At level 25, we get access to Mega Punch. Mega Punch is an 80 base power, 85% accurate move, and 120 base power with Stab. The problem with this is around this level, we're also going to get another move via TM that I think makes this move not useful. It's not very accurate. It's 85% accurate, so the move we're going to get is more accurate. So I think I'll probably lean towards that. But getting this is great. If we only played through with level up moves, it'd be great. Just like Rage would be great. Rage would be better if we got it at level 7 rather than Leer, but we don't. So we get this so late in the game, it's not very useful, and I'm probably not going to use it. 37 Endure, I don't even know what it does, so I'm going to skip it. 43 is Dizzy Punch. I probably am not going to add this because we have access to, I think it can confuse, that's why it's called Dizzy Punch, but we have access to Headbutt at the same base power, and it can make the opposition flinch, and I think that's a little more useful than confusing the opposition. Okay, I'd rather just knock them out or get them to the point where they hurt them, or they don't even attack back. It's way more useful. And then Reversal, I really don't know what this move does. I think it has something to do with like attack me and it attacks back with more power. But that's the level up moveset. Not a bad moveset. It definitely can beat the game with it. We do have access to Bite, which can hit ghosts, but we do have a very, very broad team moveset that I'm going to go over as briefly as I can. So as usual, Dynamic Punch, not going to get used. I have not found a use for this yet. Headbutt is the move we can get that is just as powerful as Dizzy Punch, and not quite as powerful as Mega Punch, but I'd rather have Headbutt all day. 70 base power, 105 with Stab, 100% accurate. You pair that with the Pink Bow, and when we beat Whitney's gym, you pair all that together, this move becomes very powerful. Okay, Pink Bow adds 10%, so right now you're at, that's almost 111 base power. Then you do it one more time with the beating Whitney's gym, and now you're looking at 120 base power, normal move. Okay. Curse, Roar, Toxic, Zap Cannon, not going to get used. Zap Cannon would be great if it had better accuracy. It pretty much has the same accuracy as Dynamic Punch. I'm not going to use it. It automatically paralyzes the opposition. but it's just so inaccurate. I'm not going to rely on it. It's not reliable at all. Rock Smash, not going to use. It's such a low base power move. Hidden Power is very useful because Hidden Power, we can do Hidden Power flying, and with the combination being Faulkner's Gem and getting the Sharp Beak, this basically makes a lot of fighting type Pokemon one shots, if not definitely two shots. So that's good, and it's going to help us out a lot. It's been helping out a lot of normal types when we go that route. Sunny Day and Snore not going to use, but Blizzard will get used. Blizzard will replace at some point Ice Punch, and it'll be very useful near the end game. Very powerful, but low accuracy. So this one's an example where for 45 more base power, or whatever you want to call it, it's so much more powerful, but we get a little bit less accuracy. It's different than Gen 1. Gen 1, Blizzard's 90 or 95 base power. I guess they had to lower it because it's so powerful. It makes sense. Hyper Beam, it could get used in this playthrough. This Pokemon being normal type makes this move so powerful. That's a 225 base power move if we decide to go with Hyper Beam. But I feel like Hyper Beam kind of is like the cheat code to get by a lot of the problems we'd have in this game. So I'm going to avoid it as sparingly as possible. But it is definitely a usable move. Icy Wind, no point in using Icy Wind. By that point in the game we have Ice Punch, and Ice Punch is more powerful and more accurate, so no point in using Icy Wind. Protect, Rain Dance, Endure, Frustration, not going to use. Iron Tail could be used, but low accuracy, and really Iron has no real benefit to attacking anything. Thunder could be used, but that accuracy I don't like, just like in Gen 1, I hate it. Earthquake, 100 base power, 100% accurate, definitely used. A lot of things are weak to Earthquake. It's very powerful. Goes off our physical attack stat. It's a no-brainer using this move. Return, also no-brainer. Return maxes out with your friendship at 102 base power. So when you add in Stab, this is a 153 base power move. Then you add in Pink Bow. You add in the normal type gym. This is a very powerful move. So it's a no-brainer to use this move consistently. Shadow Ball, 80 base power, 100% accurate, could be used. I don't know exactly where I could use it, but it's very powerful, so I'm sure there's a use for it somewhere. So Mud Slap, very useful early, doesn't have like a really long shelf life. Double Team, not going to use. Ice Punch, definitely used. Ice Punch gives us a lot of options early, just like with the other elemental punches, but Ice Punch for sure. 75 base power, 100% accurate. It makes Claire's Gym and Lance not very effective at all. Makes it pretty easy to get through those. Swagger, Sleep Talk, Sandstorm, Fire Blast. Not going to use probably, but very powerful. I can see where you could use it in some circumstances, but it's just kind of risky. It's 120 base power. Also very expensive to buy on top of that. So Thunder Punch. I can see a couple uses for this. 75 base power, 100% accurate. Rest could definitely get used. I can see it against like Red. Attract, Fire Punch, I can definitely see use for this, and that's two gyms. Price's Gym and Jasmine's Gym. They're both weak to fire. Makes sense. Fury Cutter, not going to use. Surf, possibly could use. And Strength, not going to use. So, that is our moveset. That is our entire moveset. So, when you're looking at this moveset, you're looking at it, you're thinking Return, Earthquake, Blizzard, maybe Rest. That's your in-game move. A lot of these things are going to move throughout the course of the game, but that's the in-game move. So, let's go back to the first slide, and we'll talk about time. Again, this Pokemon's a monotype, so it doesn't have any extra side effects. It doesn't have any extra typing, and it also is normal type, so it gets a lot of access to some really good things. So I believe this Pokemon will blitz through early part of the game. The early part of the game will be slowed down a little bit by Comet Punch, just because you have to heal so often, and it's such a non-reliable move. It doesn't have great accuracy, so you have to constantly go back and heal. And in my playthroughs, I've been going through Bellsprout Tower consistently. You have to at least get to level 13 to beat Faulkner. And in doing so, we're going to at least spend a good 10 minutes on that, I guarantee it. 10 to 11 minutes just to beat by Faulkner. But I think the game will speed up after that, because I think Bugs is going to be pretty easy. I think our second rival is going to be pretty easy. Whitney's going to get pretty easy. So yeah, there's a lot of things about this Pokemon I think are just going to be way too pretty easy. Not way too easy, but pretty easy. And the only thing we're going to have problems with really is, I don't even think we're going to have problems with Elite Four because they have such good type coverage. Okay? I don't think we're going to have a lot of problems. I can't see there's going to be problems except for maybe against Red. But in that case, in that circumstance, I don't think it's going to be hard either. Because we're going to have such type diversity, and this Pokemon is just so powerful and it levels up so fast. We're going to be at a good level when we get there. A lot of things point to this being just a very good playthrough. What do I predict? Just over 2 hours, I think. I'm still not quite down pat with the routing of Generation 2 altogether and getting through it as fast as possible. I'm still not quite there. I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there. So I think this will happen right over 2 hours. At the most 2 hours and 10 minutes, but right between 2 hours and 2 hours and 10 minutes. I think that's where it's going to land. I think we'll beat the Elite Four pretty fast. I'd say under an hour and 50 minutes, under 40 minutes somehow. And the Kanto region is very fast, so I'm not worried about Kanto. It's just getting through all the other gyms. It's all the tediousness stuff you got to do, all the rocket stuff and whatever. But with that being said, that's what I predict. I think this is going to be, like I said, a very good playthrough. Kangaskhan's very powerful Pokemon. I think Generation 2 is made for normal type Pokemon, and this one's got like the best stats to take advantage of that. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is JD. This is JD's Nerdverse. I did have another one planned, then I did this one on a whim. I decided to switch it up. So I have 2 pretty much playthroughs in the can. I just got to edit them on top of this one. So the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty exciting. Next week will be a video. I actually think another YouTuber is posting a similar video, so I might just push it back one more week. So next week will either be a special video, or it'll be my Crobat video. Alright? Let me just think in the comment section down below. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.